Hi, and welcome to the Toothpickings webcast. Special shout out to the 1 million viewers still alive 10 years after the pandemic of 2020 and the crazy shit that's gone down in the past week. That's right. That's the world that I'm broadcasting in right now. I joked in earlier videos that Studio V is located in an undisclosed location. Well, time to disclose where Studio V is. It's in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So, yeah, I was dealing with some other things this week. That's why the interview with Hans Cornel de Roos is not going to upload right now. It will be available next week, I hope, all things going well, unless we fuck shit up again here. It should not have been a surprise that Minneapolis became the epicenter of the world again. We're not used to being on anybody's radar except when things go really bad, like when Prince dies or when the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Those are the only times when anybody pays attention to what's going on in Minneapolis. And boy, we did not let you down this time with things going wrong. Sorry. If you're watching this in the future and you're not totally clear on what I'm referring to, Google is kind of your friend. Trust about 25% of what you read, and live streamers are your real friends. Although they were my frenemies during this whole week because they certainly made me anxious, but thank God for them. Anyway, listen, I know what this is. This is a vampire channel, and don't be scared. I'm not going to be another middle-aged cis white guy adding my valuable opinion to what's going on. I'm not the voice that this cause, this movement, this struggle needs. I realize that. I can talk about vampires and mythological creatures a little bit, so let's keep this short, let's keep it sweet. Let's move on to things that are more pressing at this moment. Hans de Roos is the next guest, right? So he knows a lot about Dracula. Let's tease that out a little bit. Jonathan Harker traveled to Transylvania to meet Dracula in Bram Stoker's famous book. Along the way, he meets quite a number of, we'll say, peasants who warned him. They were living under the shadow of Dracula, and they knew what Harker was in for if he continued on the path, and they tried to dissuade him from the path. And failing at that, they gave him the tools to protect himself, but he didn't take them seriously. Why? Did he not believe their experience? Did he just dismiss out of hand that they would know what they were talking about? I mean, they were living right there with Dracula as a threat constantly, but yet their life experience was not a factor in Jonathan Harker's decision very much, I don't think. They tried to dissuade him from that path. They gave him the tools and said, don't go. If you must go, protect yourself. Use the tools we know you need to not get in further danger. And he largely ignored those pieces of advice from the ones who should know because they were there living with it. Why? Was he blinded by the power, by the money, by the potential advance in station? Or did he just think that peasant lives didn't matter? I don't know, but it's something for us to consider, I think, the next time we read Dracula. Hans Cornel de Roos is the next guest on the Toothpickings webcast. It's going to be a good one. He knows a lot about a lot. And don't forget, there's still a pandemic going on. That hasn't changed. This is just another layer on top of everything else. So keep washing your hands, for God's sakes. I mean,